right. Welcome everybody for another breaking news. I think I got some good stuff. I even got one of my personal. Oh, hold on a second. I hear background noise. I am playing a rookie there. Oh wow, I'm sorry about that. That was actually on D Live. That's my bad. I want to welcome everybody from the Twitter accounts, D Live, and everybody from, of course, YouTube. Welcome. I got a personal Mandela effect that I'm going to be talking about when we get there. Got some good old Bigfoot. Got an Australian Bigfoot. And one of my favorite stories that's on here today is Bobby Brown having sex with a ghost. Wow. Bobby Brown having sex with a ghost. I got a lot of thoughts on that. And I got to save that thoughts when we get into the paranormal. So if you came here just for Bobby Brown having sex with a ghost, you're going to have to wait. Okay? You're going to have to wait. Because we're going to do the Bigfoot first. Okay. I already see some exciting people in the chat. Let's see who's here in the chat this morning. We got Judy Wheeler. All right, we got Bigfoot Anonymous. Love Track. He said that's a great horror movie. I'm trying to think of Track. I don't know if I've heard of Track. Weird, right? Me not heard of Track. Single name movies. I'm actually going to movies tonight to see a movie called Dog, about a dog that has PTSD. You know, hey, why not? Why the hell? Why not? We got Sandra Piper. We've got Chad Smith Podcast. Oh, we got Spooky Morales. I love that name. We got Long Island Bigfoot, Mike. So, guys, a Yeti Bigfoot in Australia. What is that about? I don't know. Let's check it out.
And an unanswered question. Does the Yowie really exist? A number of sightings have been reported of the gorilla-like creature, but its presence has never been confirmed.
Now, a Queensland Yowie researcher believes he has the proof. Standing between around 2 and 4 metres tall, with long arms and legs and a human-like face, the existence of the Yowie has baffled Aussies for centuries.
I think that's a load of bollocks.
It's possible, eh? Yeah, definitely possible.
Yowie researcher Dean Harrison is one of the believers. For over 25 years, he's been tracking the legendary beast, even leading expeditions to reported Yowie hotspots. On his most recent trip, Dean got what he says is the most significant evidence to date.
We were ecstatic. I mean, this was probably the best footage so far in Australia.
Using thermal technology, the team captured images of 2 creatures around 2 metres tall, hiding in the bushland.
This one here, he's hugging the tree so he blends in.
So, is it proof the Yowie really does exist?
Cool.
Let's find out, shall we? Yowie researcher Dean Harrison joins us now. Morning, Dean. You must have been pretty excited by that vision. What was your initial reaction when you saw it?
Yeah, Nat and Dave, we were excited. We've been spending a lot of time in the Springbrook area or the Gold Coast hinterland, interviewing witnesses and having expeditions, etc. We've been doing it since the late 90s, as you say. And but with this new technology, thermal imaging, nothing can hide from it. So it really it levels the table the playing field on at night time, as where we couldn't see before. So on this particular night, Buck, our team member, was out there with the thermal, and he was just randomly panning. This is about midnight on expedition, and randomly panning the bush. Couldn't hear anything. Wouldn't have known anything was there if it wasn't for the thermal. At first, he had something behind a tree, hugging the tree, as you can see through the footage, and then the 2 stars, what I call the 2 stars, come out, and they step out from behind a tree, and these things are huge. When we went back and we measured the size of these, we did a size reference to the tree, etc. We estimated that he must have been at least 9 feet tall, both of them about 9 feet tall, and they made no noise arriving and no noise leaving that area.
Okay, sign him up for a basketball team. Dean, now come on. There have been stories of Yowies for 200 years. What do you say to the sceptics that go, so they've been around for 200 years, why hasn't anyone actually ever seen one?
Sorry, I just lost you.
Yeah, well, as far as the sceptics are concerned, it's not my role to convince anyone. All I do is present the facts. Now, we've got documentation dating back 250 years, back to the first colonial white settlers, as they're building roads and tracks into virgin bush and building their towns, etc., they were bumping into these creatures too, and it was so prevalent during the 1800s, sightings of these creatures, that it was debated at the time whether Australia had its own indigenous primate.
Oh, that's fascinating. Dean, keep us up to date with that. Appreciate your time. Thank you. And anyone who's up in the Gold Coast hinterland, if you see a Yowie, contact Dean or us.
Yell.
Fascinating.
No, get your camera out.
Now, the technology using thermal is being used by the Bigfoot community. I believe that Mike, Long Island Bigfoot, have used it. I could be wrong. I could be having a Mandela effect, but I could swear that he's been using it. I know Stacy Brown, one of the famous researcher, has a famous shot of a Bigfoot using the thermal. And he's right. Sometimes it is hard to capture that picture and capture that Bigfoot behind the bushes. And having a thermal, and thermals are getting better and better and better, where it's getting more shape. So you kind of tell, is it a bear? Is it this? Is it that? Then the only thing you can really say is, well, is it a gorilla? But the thing is, what is a gorilla doing out in the middle of the forest? I don't know. I don't know. So thermal is a great tool that a lot of researchers are using. And I like what he said about skeptics. It's not his job to try to take skeptics and change their mind. His job is just to present the evidence, the facts that he's received, and tell the stories. That's his job. Because even if you have 100% fact, and I know, everybody knows, Chad Smith knows, Sandra knows, Anna knows, Spooky Morales knows, Mike from Long Island Bigfoot knows. Skeptics are going to be skeptics. There's people who are open-minded, but there's people who say they're open-minded, even you have the facts right in front of them. You can have DNA paper says this is a Bigfoot creature or whatever. And the skeptics are always going to be skeptics, and you're not going to change their mind. So a lot of times, like you said, just keep presenting. The skeptics will be skeptics. Just like Bobby Brown will have sex with ghosts. What are you going to do about it, right? All right. This next one is called Mission Bigfoot. Army veteran wants to prove Sasquatch lurks in the unwary forest. And of course, I have every respect in the world for every veteran that have served this country. Love you all. Love all of you. Here you go. Here we go.
Nestled in North Carolina wilderness,
North Carolina
is an outlier on the outskirts of civilization, the El Dorado Outpost. Step inside this Montgomery County fixture. You'll find anything an adventurer would need, and a need to know the truth.
I was quite surprised when we knew that there was a research team in the Yowies looking for Bigfoot.
Chris Cagle's family store is outfitted with Sasquatch souvenirs.
Even naming him UW Harry instead of Yowie. After that footage came out, it certainly put this region of North Carolina on the map.
This famous footage appearing to show a large creature peering into a campsite near the outpost. The man behind the lens, a self-described avid camper turned Bigfoot investigator.
Best night of my life, I guess.
Michael Green believes he's perfect for the job.
I'll be unabashedly stupid and say, yeah, I really do have the right credentials for this.
Green has a resume of a realist, Army tank commander, chief welfare fraud investigator for the state of New Jersey, forgery expert, national ski patroller, now a Bigfoot believer.
It's like seeing an angel or something. You really have to see it for yourself. And no matter how many times I look you right in the eye and say, I saw a Bigfoot, you're going to go, yeah, right, or uh-huh. Oh, sure you did, Mike.
Almost every week, Green stops by the outpost to grab Bigfoot bait. then sets out to hunt the
That's
world's
not,
most
huh?
elusive creature.
And outside the outpost, tracking the footsteps of Bigfoot takes enthusiasts here to the more than 50,000 acres of the Yowie National Forest. This is where you saw him.
This is where I saw him.
Green took us to the spot where he had his first encounter. He was at the camp table with friends when he saw something in the woods.
The next thing I heard was this. About 2 seconds later, right over my tent. Ah! Ah! And that's not nearly as loud as it was. Scared the devil out of me, as you can imagine.
But that time his camera wasn't recording.
Biggest mistake of my life, really.
He came back and camped out every week after for a second chance at hard proof. He had help from his Bigfoot mobile, equipped with a cot, monitors, and numerous cameras.
At night, I used thermal imagers.
In 2009, he finally got the video. Nearly 3 minutes in, noticed the figure in white appearing to grab Green's candy bar before retreating in the woods. Supposed sightings like this stump even the game warden, who knows these woods.
I've had several calls over the past 4.5 to 5 years of, Bigfoot sightings or Sasquatch sightings, but again, no documented evidence.
Back at the outpost, we sat down to talk.
So there are going to be people who see this story and say, despite his credentials, he's full of baloney. He's crazy. What do you say to that? Do you care?
No, I don't. I know what I saw. Of course, I don't blame them for thinking I'm crazy. But by God, I'm going to prove it one way or another.
And squash Sasquatched out once and for all. In Montgomery County, Megan Malaris, WFMY News 2.
Yeah, like you said, doesn't matter. No matter what, you're not gonna change anybody's mind until they see a Bigfoot, right? It's not real until it happens to you. Basically, what it is, right? I mean, everybody knows that. If it never happened to you, it doesn't mean it's real. Listen, I've never sat down and had a conversation or had sex with a ghost, but I know they're real. But I haven't had sex with a ghost or talked to a ghost hands-on. But one day I know I will. I don't know about the sex part, but hey, I'm open to anything. Let's save that for Bobby Brown. So, but the guy has great credential. But like you said, credential doesn't even matter. Skeptics are going to be skeptics. I mean, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But if you guys live in North Carolina, you guys should stop by that store, get a shirt, right? Get a shirt, support it. I wish sex with the ghost. Well, Bobby Brown claims he has, and that's going to be next in the paranormal section. It's going to be next, and I wish more people would research that. Doesn't necessarily have to have the experience, I know it takes sometimes a shake up for you to wake up. And, a lot of people are researchers who've never, seen a Bigfoot. I have respect for them because they're, it's cool. It's cool. But guys, it is time to jump on over to the paranormal. All right. Now we got 2 videos we're going to show. But I'm not going to show the Bobby Brown having sex with a ghost yet. We're gonna play another video clip of a group going into what the hell did I just do? Never mind. I'm blind. Going into a church, and they're an investigator group that I'm friends with on YouTube. Don't know them personally. But I think they have some pretty cool videos, and let's check one of them out.
When we got that to get off of me, we were sitting right here. And we were sitting there like in the kitchen, and it was loud too.
Can you show us that you're here in a not mean way?
Yeah, not a mean way, exactly.
We don't mean any harm.
Go off. Can you laugh or cry like you did the other day?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the door?
Yeah, I think so. Here.
What door was that? Oh, no. That's a little bit too much. Did that come from that bathroom?
I got it on PVP.
Did that come from the bathroom, though?
I saw it. I saw it shut.
Did you see the shape?
Mhm.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Hey guys, I will put the link of this video in the description when the show's over, so you can play this and turn it all the way up, because you can hear the yelling. It just going through StreamYard, it's a little low. So I will have the link, and just turn this up.
Now my back. Can you laugh or cry like you did the other day?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the door?
Yeah, I think so. Here.
What door was that? Oh, no. That's a little bit too much. Did that come from that bathroom?
I got it on PVP.
Hey guys, and then the reason I got a kick out of that video is when it's American Paranormal group that does research. When he goes, no, this is too much. I love that, because that's probably a real reaction, right? You know, from somebody. So somebody's like, okay, this is just too much. This is too much. You know, especially you're in a church, right? You're in a church. And one thing, you know, churches represents God and Jesus, and you know, the thing about love. So hearing something yell, right, in a church, you know, I would think, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm religious. You know, I think there is some kind of creator of this planet, you know, somewhere. I don't know exactly what it is. But if you are religious, you know, you wouldn't think a scream in a church, right? In a way, you think a church should be safe. Well, I guess that church is not safe. And guys, watch this link. You know, I'll put the link in after the show. Watch it, because I just love people's reaction. No, this is too much. It's like, that's kind of a reaction. Not like Ghost Adventure. What? You touch me? Come touch me again. You know, most people are like, oh shit, no. Because people do have their limits, right? You do have a limit. I don't care how tough, how strong, how big, how small you are. Everybody has their limits on any kind of research investigation. If you're not on a research investigation, you know, you're in your house. Like 2 nights ago, after we did a paranormal show on my channel, I heard like something thrown in the kitchen, you know, and I was sitting there, my dog is growling. You know, there's part of you like, I could take that. But what if something gets thrown close to me? Then what would my reaction be? You know, so I love seeing people's reactions. It's fun for me. It's so fun for me. Well, guys, this next clip is a little small, short interview of asking Bobby Brown about the ghost. I don't know if none of you seen this. Maybe some of you have seen this. But I thought it was intriguing. Let's hear this.
I can't even believe I'm going to ask you this, but I have to.
What?
You had sex with a ghost?
A ghost, yeah.
Come on, man. Tell me about it.
I moved into this house. I bought this mansion in Georgia. So this was a really, really spooky place. But yes, one time I woke up and yeah, a ghost. I was being mounted by a ghost. I wasn't high.
That was my next question.
I wasn't high.
That was my next question.
Wasn't
Were you tripping?
high at all.
Were you tripping?
No, I was not tripping.
You've had quite a life.
I've had some crazy situations.
Guys, I have to watch that one more time.
I can't even believe I'm going to ask you this, but I have to.
What?
You had sex with a ghost?
A ghost, yeah.
Come on, man.
Man, you know, I make complaints that people be going on Queen Mary's ship and they're seeing ghosts. And I was on Queen Mary's ship for 2 nights, seeing absolutely nothing. You know, the Osborne kids get to see the fucking ghosts on Queen Mary. What about me? And then here you go. You got Bobby Brown, who actually did a song for Ghostbusters 2. And if you remember in the first Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd, a ghost kind of went down on him in that movie. If you don't remember that scene, the ghost opened up his belt. And then, of course, he made a song in the second one. He goes, now, here's a question that I have for all you wonderful people in the chat. Is it considered cheating on your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your partner, if you have sex with a ghost? I mean, it's not living, it's energy. So could that be considered cheating? And if you wake up and a ghost is mounting you, could you call the cops and call rape on the ghost and have him arrested? Just curious. What do you guys think in the chat? Is it cheating if you had sex with a ghost? I mean, people say dreams represent real stuff. I'm sure people have wet dreams, sex and dreams. I don't think that's considered cheating. But is having sex with a ghost cheating? Or how much of a ghost has to be shown an energy to cross that line? So, anybody in the chat? Okay, here's one. Oh my God, it's like being violated. Okay. There's a true story of a lady calling the police. Okay, I'm sure in the Me Too movement, I'm sure the ghost didn't get that memo when the Me Too movement has happened that even life after death, hands off, unless you get permission. And next question is, what would it be like to have sex with a ghost? You know, I mean, are you? I'm sorry I'm laughing, but I'm thinking, I mean, a lot of ghosts you walk right through them. So I mean, oh, what is this? Spooky sex is best. And then, I mean, if you remember in the movie American Pie, there was a scene that they cut out where the kid had sex with a cherry pie. If he had a girlfriend, is that cheating on the girlfriend, having sex with a cherry pie? So can having sex with a ghost be considered cheating? Good question, right? And then, I'm not trying to be gross here. What kind of cleanup is there involved after having sex with a ghost? I'm not trying to be gross, but is there like a lot of cleanup? Is there like, remember in the movie Ghostbusters? They got the slime all over you. Are you gonna, if you have sex, are you gonna have sex with a ghost with it all, and then when they're done and you have to take a shower because you just you don't have sweat, you have slime all over your body. Well, come on, guys. Hold on. One more time.
Tell me about it.
Hold on.
I can't even believe I'm going to ask you this, but I have to.
One more time.
You had sex with a ghost?
A ghost, yeah.
Come on, man. Tell me about it.
And I love it when she asked, "Were you high?" Wasn't high. What was this? Who screwed Slimer? Yeah, and then if you do have sex with a ghost, is there like a step in the line of what kind of ghost it is? If a ghost looks like a Slimer, I mean, is that wrong? Jeez Louise. I look in the movie after this and try to share the link in your comment under the video. Go for it. Share that link. Because, wow. And think about this. I want it to be real. I wanted this to be so real because think about this. If I die, if I pass away, knowing that even as a ghost, I could come back and have sex. I mean, isn't that the best? It'd be like say you're on your deathbed with your wife. Like, honey, listen, I know I'm gonna die. I know you're gonna be sad, but just remember when you go to bed at night, I'll be laying next to you in the bed. and just let me do whatever I need to do. It's the ghost of me that's touching you. I mean, dude, sex as a ghost? I mean, God, what would that feel like if you're a ghost and having sex? Man, I want to know both ways. I want to know what it feels like having sex with a ghost and what it's like being a ghost and having sex with your partner. Okay, your partner. All right. I think everybody probably you're probably gonna leave the chat now saying breaking news went way off the board, but it would be breaking news, right? And damn, can you imagine having a video and you capture you and you get to have sex with a ghost? You imagine how much money that would make? Make a sex tape, a sex tape of having sex with a real ghost. I bet that would fucking sell. I think you will have a whole new genre of porno tapes of you having sex with a real ghost. Just think about the money you can make off of that. My God, what a business! I need to get some mediums. I need to get my mediums together and talk to the ghosts for them and tell them the possibilities of what we could do together, how much money we could make. The ghosts can have their fun showing the world that they're real. You're making money out of it, and everybody's getting pleasures out of it. I mean, my God, what one great Slimer type of world that we live in. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. My God. And all because of Bobby Brown. Put that thought in your head that having sex with a ghost is real. All right, this next video in the paranormal, in the UFOs, is World Day UFO. What does a World Day UFO even look like? What is it? Well, I'm going to show you.
Pentagon officials in the US recently returned an open verdict on extraterrestrial visitors to Earth. They neither confirmed nor ruled out their existence following a military probe into UFOs. So on World UFO Day, we're asking, do they or don't they exist? The truth is somewhere out there, so they say, and we sent our intrepid correspondent Stefan Simons to find it.
We're traveling north of Las Vegas, Nevada, our destination, Area 51, the infamous US Air Force base that is shrouded in mystery and riddled with conspiracies. There is somewhat of a hype about all things UFOs and extraterrestrial in the US these days, following the release of a Pentagon report on UFOs. On our way to Area 51 on the so-called extraterrestrial highway, we came across this place here, the Alien Research Center. Of course, it's not really a research center, it's a gift shop, and our luck has it,
gift shop.
It's closed today.
Why not?
Closed or not, so-called UFO tourists are stopping by. On one hand, fully aware that the Alien Research Center is only about souvenirs, but on the other hand, also open to the idea that this is a place for scientific research on aliens.
You never know. I mean, we are pretty close to Area 51, so you never know.
It is this you never know, that inherent doubt many people have, created by perhaps unwarranted secrecy, that is the problem for people like retired Navy pilot Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich. We meet her in Boulder, Colorado.
So I had this experience in that I would hope to contribute to the reductions of stigma and to promoting or encouraging a deliberate and thorough collection and reporting process, so that those individuals who are qualified to make the analysis have the information that they need and that they can conduct that thorough investigation and analysis to come up with some conclusion.
Dietrich's plea for scientifically standardized data collection on UAP is designated an absolute must in the future by NASA research scientist Ravi Kumar Koparapu.
From a scientist's perspective, my take on the UFOs is we don't know what they are. We cannot speculate what they are without having proper data collected on them to find out the nature of these UFOs. And my hope is we would focus on the science part of the scientific study of UFOs and avoid any speculation and be agnostic about investigating them.
Back on the extraterrestrial highway in Nevada, we finally arrive at Area 51. Even if this US Air Force base will perhaps never reveal its secrets, most experts and serious minds agree when it comes to UFOs, we simply don't know what we don't know. But we should look into it.
Oh, right. That was, that was awesome. I would love to do a UFO like trip, I think we got one of those spam things. So let me just get rid of that. Yeah, I think we got one of those spammer type deals. So got rid of it. But yeah, Bobby Banks everything. Bobby Banks an alien. I mean, all that. So it's gift shops. I like gift shops. There's fun. Actually, somebody shared some pictures with me on Instagram. That was pretty cool. Where is it? Where's my Instagram? Of like gift shops. Like here's a Bigfoot action figure. Pretty good, right? That's pretty good. Look at that. Look at that. Looks like Dr. Wu a little bit. And here's another one with footprint stamps and ink pad for real footprint action. That's cool. You can make your own footprints from a Bigfoot toy. And what is this one? What is this one? Bigfoot and all that. I keep telling Discovery Plus channel they need to sponsor my channel. They need to sponsor this channel. They need to let me do a road trip around the United States to all these spots. I will go pick up Bigfoot Anon. I will pick up Connor, Dr. Wu, pick up a whole team. We'll take the Area 51 highway. We'll check out these places, We have support, we have love, and we know the truth is out there. So Discovery Plus, get off your asses. Start getting the real people in there. Forget all these actors and actresses and all that shit. This is the real group right here, the real people right here. So beyond that, guys, we're gonna move over to the Mandela effect, and this is actually a personal one for me. And this has not been claimed by anybody out there. I mean, I think I talked about it before. If there was, they stole it from me. And of course, everybody knows the Mandela effect community. It's probably one of the most corrupted community where everybody wants to take credit for everything. Not credit, but they want to be the ones who show it. And if they're not the ones who show it, then it must not never happen. So beyond those fucking people, I'm gonna go into the Mandela effect and we're gonna talk about it.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
Luke, I am your father.
All right. Now, this one that I'm going to show you is a personal Mandela effect for me. So, what I'm saying is, I respect everybody's opinions, and I always will. But whatever people say, what's going to be coming up, I'm going to show you. You ain't going to change my mind of a scene in the movie Weird Science. The 1985 movie, The Weird Science. Now, we have had movies like The Matrix, and all that, where a lot of people say The Matrix is the movie that really brought people's attention to The Matrix. And I said, bullshit. The Matrix movies have always been around. These weren't called The Matrix. Okay. I said the movie Tron is probably one of the original movies of The Matrix. The artificial intelligence, right? AI. You had TV shows in the 70s, Battlestar Galactica, where the robots were the original, where artificial intelligence wants to kill humans. Okay, Tron, like a Tron again, the AI wants to take over. So there's been all sorts of movies. I mean, you could go to the Terminator about the artificial intelligence. So there's a lot of great movies, right? But a lot of people, for whatever reason, don't ever bring up weird science as like a Matrix movie, a multiverse type of movie. And let me tell you something. Fucking weird science has it all, people. It has it all. It's, first of all, computers were getting big in the 80s, war games and all that. But weird science took it to a whole new fucking level. They were feeding a computer intelligence. They were feeding it information by putting in Diamond Dave and putting in rock music, putting in this, because they want to build a perfect woman, the perfect being, because they were geeks. They were nerds in school, which a lot of us were fucking geeks and nerds in school. So don't act like you're all macho, all this. And, every guy's dream was to, I don't know, build a woman that will do anything they say, right? Come on, don't lie to me. And I'm sure women out there wish they could build the most perfect guy out there to build one for them to do whatever she says. I mean, just that's just like a dream come true. And then right here, when they intelligent, they took a doll. If you see this picture, with with bras on their heads, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. To build. So they use artificial intelligence to build this doll that comes out to a woman. Now, I think it opened up a multiverse and found exactly what the artificial intelligence they put in the computer to build them the perfect woman from another universe. So this movie is AI. I think it opened up a door because this thing came with powers. I mean, this thing even changed a human to a piece of shit. Come on. Talk about magic. You talk about AI, multiverse, and a pile of shit. Now, we all know that the great Bill Paxton played that character named Chet. Of course, in this Mandela. Oh shit! I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what I did there. That was bad. I knocked myself off. Hopefully, I didn't lose nobody. I think the Matrix. I think the Matrix. I don't know, dude. Daily Dan. I think the Matrix kicked me out. I think the multiverse was like. This is too much. It was too much because I was changing the picture and all suddenly, boom, it took me off. So guys, so the Matrix, the multiverse is like, this guy is spreading too much information. We gotta get him off. So, and it builds this woman right here. Kelly, the actress Kelly. Okay. And of course the movie goes, this movie even had Robert Downey Jr. in it. Yeah, that was a magic moment, dude. That was a magic moment. I swear, I did not do that. I don't know what happened. I think the Matrix and Multiverse is opening up on this because maybe they're so excited to watch Weird Science now. And if you have not seen Weird Science, guys, Weird Science is one of John Hughes, one of his best movies. John Hughes, who brought you The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Home Alone, Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. I mean there's a lot of stuff. So this movie has everything. Now you're asking yourself, okay, Eric, well, that's nice. Oh my God. In the scene where she's talking to his parents, it's a die for. And one of my favorite scenes in this movie. There's Bill Paxton as Chet being an asshole. So it makes sense that he turns to shit. I'm trying to see, and of course, when they're all wearing bras because they all want their own girl. I don't see it here, but one of my favorite scenes is actually when they're in the bar and they're getting drunk and they went to like they were like the only white people in the bar, right? And then it's just how cool they're all ready to beat up these people. And Anthony Macchia Hall, he's so drunk and he changed their mind, and just like it's one of the best scenes out there. But now, the Mandela effect part of it. What am I talking about? I see this movie a lot of times, and since I lost everything on my screen, I'm gonna have to find that video. I think I found it. Okay. I actually own this movie also on a laser disc. We actually have a laser disc, and when Laserdisc was going out of business, they were selling all these movies for $1. So Weird Science was for $1. So I own this movie on the original clip. Now, at the end of the movie, when everything turned out all right, everything's turning good, they got their girlfriends and all that, and then there's a scene in the gym class. They're in the gym, and they have a new teacher, a new PE teacher, and then she walks out. Kelly walks out, and all the kids are staring at her. And then they saw her, and they passed out, and the song Weird Science came on. Okay? And the scene was blank. But this been changed for a while, and I try to let me show you this change. Then they added a song to it. They added a theme song to this scene. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Okay. Drop and give me 20.
Okay. That Rocky theme was never there. It was never there. I'm telling you, it was never there. You can say, Gypsy, you're fucking crazy, you're nuts and all that. It was never there. It was not there. So I researched. Did they add this later on when it went to VHS? Did they add this on when they went to DVD? And I can find nothing. So if any one of you can find research and say, oh, Eric, they added it this year, I will believe you. And then, guys, it was never there because the whole movie was fantastic. And that song just does not match the movie. It doesn't match it. Watch one more time. That doesn't match the sexy movie, right? It doesn't match. It doesn't match. So you can think I'm crazy. You can think I'm wacko. But that's a personal one for me because that was never there. So I'm like, okay. So Eric, if you know it's true, is there a connection then? You know, and you got to research your own connection. If you believe there's a change, I've always said there's a reason why it changed. So I look at the movie. I know, okay, the movie came out April, August 1985. Okay, so that theme was a Rocky song. That's a Rocky theme, right? Well, in 1985 in November, Rocky 4 came out. Rocky 4 came out, and the movie's about the Russians taking steroids and taking drugs, taking everything, and in the world. And shit, look what's going on now with Russia invading and all that. That was during the Cold War. Cold War is gone. So maybe there's a connection telling me that, even though the Cold War stuff, the Russians are still the Russians. They're still, they're still ready to wipe out the world. Maybe that's the connection. I don't know. There's a connection there. So they have never. Let me see here. they would have never used that song so close to the original Rocky. I know, because that Rocky movie just came out 2-3 months afterwards, and they're made by separate companies. Rocky was done by MGM, and Weird Science, I think it was Universal. I can't remember exactly who did it. 2 different companies, and that's a big deal because you got to get a permission, the rights to do that, and it just doesn't fit the scene. So it's a weird one for me. This is a personal one for me. It's not a personal one for a lot of people. But I'm just thinking maybe the connection has to do what's going on in the world now with the Russians and all that. And listen. In Rocky 4, the main story is they fed him up with drugs. What has happened in the Olympics this year? A lot of Olympics were getting busted for taking steroids. I mean, if you're trying to look for a connection, if you believe something's real, maybe it's kind of predicting the future, and look at what the Russians are doing now. Now, don't get me wrong, not the people of the Russians, the government part. The people of countries are real people, and they just want peace and love. Nobody wants their kids to get hurt. A lot of the wars that get started are from the governments. The governments take control, and regular people have nothing to do with it. So, but the movie did show about drugs, and a lot of people in the Olympics were caught with drugs. And then the song does not make sense. So, does anybody in the chat, do you guys, before we end the show today, do any of you remember that scene? And if you do you remember the Rocky theme being played there? Because the only song that was playing after they fell down was the Oingo Boingo song Weird Science, which fucking I love Oingo Boingo. I went to I saw Oingo Boingo live 1987 for the Boingo tour, and Oingo Boingo is a real fucking band. I mean, they are a band with so many different instruments, mix of ska, punk, rock. Oingo Boingo to me was a perfect band. To the point where when I played football, Pop Warner, and high school and stuff, my nickname was Boingo. Why? Because I went to the Oingo Boingo concert, right? And they didn't have the jersey to put over our pads. And I didn't have a shirt. So I put a Boingo shirt over my football pads. And then I went there. And you know, anything in school and all that, they see a word on something, you get a nickname. I remember that song being there. That's fine. It could be a personal message for me. It could be. I'm just saying because I own that movie. I own it on Laserdisc. I grew up with that movie because that was my age group. But I thought Weird Science was a perfect AI, artificial intelligence, multiverse, parallel universe kind of a movie. And for me, I never remember that song being there to one day. I'm like, where the fuck did that song come from? It doesn't even match the movie. But not me. I'm lost. So beyond that. So guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today. And that was a weird little hiccup, how I got kicked off. That was weird. I did not do that. That was strange. That was very strange. So I want to thank you guys for being here. And if you guys have pictures or footages that you guys want me to share, I brought up a new email address called therealbreakingnews@gmail.com. Email me some clips, links, anything you want me to think. You can say, hey, Eric, I want you to show this. I think I might have got some evidence. I want to know what you think and your people think. So email me, send me stuff. And you guys know me, I will show it. I did looking for the movie. I hope to find it. I hope you find it too. But guys, beyond that, you guys are all wonderful people. And I want to thank you guys for being here today. You guys are all fantastic. And I want you guys all have a great freaking weekend. Have the best weekend. And if you have an opportunity and chance to sleep with a ghost, I think you should take it. Take it. Because it's probably once in a lifetime chance and experience. I don't know how you make that happen. Maybe talk to a medium. I don't know. If Bobby Brown can have sex with a ghost, fuck. Why can't you have sex with a ghost? If that guy can have sex with a ghost, Bobby Brown, I think you can too. All right, beyond that, guys, have a great day. And I love you all.